back, watch fans. We got some interesting things happening in the world of JLC. That's right, Jaeger le Coultre. Um, let's take a look at this new release that they're just doing now. Look, these are ladies' watches, okay? So just to be clear, but why are we talking about these? Because I believe this is a preview of really where the brand is heading in terms of, really much more of these high quality, this like hand workmanship, sort of like what Patek Philippe is doing with the handcrafts line. Uh, they're doing much more. I mean, like incredible high horology with some of the stuff that they're doing, like with that World Time Tourbillon. These guys are really pushing the limits in terms of the mechanics, but now they're also showing you what they could do with just design. And let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. So these are the Reverso One Precious Flowers, right? This is a limited edition of 10 each. And this is enamel, diamonds, etc. In this very, very beautiful, beautiful Art Deco look. I mean, this is classic Art Deco design. Classic, I'm trying to think of the French guy. Is it Jouvet? Jouvet? The guy who did these animals, stuff like that, jungle scenes. Incredible stuff. And what's going to happen is I believe that this stuff is going to, again, it's sort of like this is kind of their advanced research thing. And this is going to trickle down into more of their mass-produced watches, which I think is really very interesting. And I think, look, the way the watch market is heading, these brands, they really do need to differentiate themselves. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to, again, look at what Patek is doing, right? They want to really show off what they could do, what they could do with these kind of handcrafts, what they could do with almost, I mean, it's not quite bespoke, but it really is on that level. And I actually think that, look, the marquetry work that Patek does in the handcrafts line is right now, the stuff that they've done is incredible. But this is right up there. So I'm actually very excited to see what they're going to be doing. Again, the point of this, why am I doing this video is, again, we have, probably 1% of the audience buys, ladies' watches. I mean, I think 99% of the audience is male, and I don't think any guys would be buying these as gifts. I think this is the type of watch that, really women would be buying themselves, because again, it is kind of a personal style decision. Wow, look how amazing that looks. But you're going to see certain of these elements trickle down into the JLC range. And I think that's actually very exciting. Very exciting. So we got Young Sisametsu. Yeah, hang on a second. By the way, I'll pop in the link if you want to join in. That's actually a really interesting point. Really interesting point. The dial is actually kind of basic. No, it is kind of basic. It's I should say basic. Here's the movement if you want to see it. That's right, the watchmaker's watchmaker. Let's take a look at the dial itself. Yeah, the dial, I mean, the dial is simple. Okay, so here's my argument. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, you can't do anything crazy with the dial. I mean, it's a mother of pearl dial, right? Beautiful dolphin hands. The numbers look amazing. Yeah, as far as Arabic numerals, I mean, these are great. I mean, this really is pure Art Deco. The enamel, everything is so just on point. Yeah, you can't really do anything with the dial because you have all this enamel kind of stuff on the sides. It would just be too busy. There's a fine line. I mean, you already have so much going on here. And I think these things look amazing, especially the green one. It's just this very tropical look. I mean, this is stunning. Now, you're going to ask, what's the upside potential? I think, excuse me, I think the upside potential, frankly, I think it's going to be quite limited. Okay, so this is coming out a limited edition of 10. You're going to have to pay retail. Yeah, I think basically you're going to be losing money if you're buying these. The resale market, I think, is going to be very difficult. Again, limited demand for ladies' watches. Again, this is a very kind of niche product. So this is purely for. It's almost like you're buying jewelry. You want to buy it new. It's not. If you making money or retaining money is not an issue, right? That's fine. Okay, so all right. Okay, maybe next time. Yeah, the green is great. The quality is amazing. Yeah, it's interesting because the watch, the back is so beautiful that I mean, it's actually beautiful to look at. It's amazing to look at. Let's pull something up here. By the way, guys, if you are just tuning in, make sure that you click the link in the video description below to get our free weekly newsletter. Latest news on Rolex, AP, Patek Philippe, prices, market news, special offers, deals. Look, if you're a serious watch collector, you got to get the newsletter. It's absolutely free. Click the link in the video description below to get the access. Okay. Now, they're going to be releasing, let's get to something more exciting, which I'm actually interested in. They get the new Polaris. They get some Polaris novelties they're going to be releasing. They actually have a pretty interesting perpetual calendar in the Polaris line with the rose gold. I think it's a very interesting watch. The issue I have with it is I find the blue color a little bit boring on the dial. And if they do something a little different, that would be interesting. By the way, the resale prices on those are pretty rough. You should be at least getting 30% off. Okay, seriously, guys. JLC 30% off. Okay, 30%. That's what these things are going for on the secondary market. 30% discounts, especially if you're a little bit patient. That's where they're going. Not the limited editions. You can't find these. This stuff is, again, this is the amazing stuff. And this is, for heavy hitters, right? You got to, when you're buying this, don't ask for discounts. By the way, guys, make sure to click the like, subscribe button, and, share your comments below. Leave your comments below, and join the channel. Join the channel if you want to. If you want to get access to all the special content that we don't always show. So on that note, let me just again wrap up what JLC has been showing us lately. We just showed you the kind of these ladies' watches with this incredible enamel work, all the special stuff. This is again limited edition line with the World Time Perpetual Calendar, which has this amazing function. Hang on a second. What are they showing here? I don't know what this is. This is crazy. Garbage. Dragon. What's going on? Okay. The perpetual calendar right now, very boring. This is a very boring perpetual calendar that they're doing now. Hopefully they're going to do something more exciting with the dial. The case could also be, the rotor is beautiful. By the way, these perpetual calendars on the secondary market, the prices have been moving up in the last 24 months. So while a lot of Rolex, all that garbage is dropping, their previous models of the perpetual calendars, the ones from the early 2000s, those are actually up roughly 50%, 50%. Even these guys, yeah, they're all up about 50%. The value is there. I think people are realizing this. I love JLC. I only have one. I got a dual time. I think they do great stuff. They're great value. They got a little bit ahead of with pricing. They got a little bit greedy, a little ahead of themselves. So let's see what these guys can pull off, because I think the future again for JLC is looking very bright. Look, I think the two most interesting brands right now to keep an eye on is really JLC. I don't want to say AP because, all right, AP, I mean, all they really have is the Royal Oak. I mean, they've done beautiful work. They've maxed that out as much as they could. But yeah, JLC, I think you're going to see some really exciting things happening, over the next probably 2-3 years. Because again, you're going to see a lot of this stuff trickle down. You're going to see really more exclusive type watches, more high level finishing. They're going to, I believe, beat Patek Philippe. I think they're really setting up to give Patek Philippe a serious beatdown. That is what's going to happen. Again, if you look at the history of companies, as things develop, these stories play out over years, right? They play out over years, and it wasn't that long ago where Patek really was, they were just another Swiss company. I mean, 100 years ago, there were American companies, American watch companies that were better. There were, Danish watch companies that were better. And what's happening, I think, over the last, maybe 50 years, 60 years, they really, kind of built up a name for themselves, over decades, right? AP over a couple of decades. But JLC, again, they're the watchmaker. They really have everything it takes to be great. I mean, they really do have everything it takes to be really, truly great. And I think you're going to see it happen. I mean, hopefully they stay the course. They take some of the stuff to the, across the rest of the line. And it's going to be amazing. So, on that note, we'll wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll see you on the next one.